guys, welcome back to the channel where we are checking out NFT games in their finest. Today we are looking at Guild of Guardians, one of the games that I'm super interested in playing in 2022. So before we get into the Guild of Guardians diaries, go ahead and click that subscription button if you are into NFT gamings, and we're gonna get onto this video. So as you can see here, guys, the Guild of Guardian Diaries Edition 4, I'm going to go through and I'm really interested in the gameplay versus all of the white paper. You can see it's about a 10-minute read. I'll send a recap down below or send a link to this guide. Founder sale, 130,000 Wave 3 founder sale, which is awesome. 90 minutes, it was done. Gas refund, their front end issues, they refunded $210,000 in Ethereum, which is awesome. They're looking at over 10,000 unique users, over $10 million on Immutable X. Remember, Immutable X, you can trade gas free, which is absolutely crazy. They also partnered with MoonPay, so you can go ahead and use some of your cards with their service to go ahead and mint things and buy things on Immutable X. They added some new team members. They have the coin list. The coin list was actually sold out very, very fast. I believe they sold 6% of the Guild of Guardians coin. There is going to be one that is coming out pretty soon. It's going to be more of the sale of the same coin, but allowing people to really get into it before the value skyrockets. So now onto the updates in the actual game, guys. This is what I like. So they are up to 70 plus heroes and counting. This game is going to be awesome, and I love how they broke this out. And that is what really drew me to this game, not only being big in NFT games, but looking at the core and how this game is built. So it is built around 3 different factions: the Horde, the Empire, the Glade. We have 3 different classes: melee, ranged, and mage. And then there are a couple different roles, as you can see here. We have damage, support, tank, bruiser, control, and healer. Now, when you're going through a dungeon, you can run 4 different heroes. That is right, guys. 1 hero that you're going to control. 3 are going to be AI, but you are going to have the ability to switch between the heroes as needed. So if I want to drag my group through here as a tank, I can run through as the tank. If I have to switch to support, or if I have to switch to control, I can do that easy with a click of a button. Here you can see the faction and the classes and the roles and the icons that kind of coincide with that. Now from here, we do have 4 different rarities of heroes. And this is really the big thing to remember, is when it comes to the rarity of these heroes, guys, this will affect their stats. And this is a part, when I was looking through all of the heroes that I really need to focus on, we have the 4 common, rare, epic, and legendary heroes. They are going to have a higher stat rating. And I believe right now it is at 10%. So essentially, if you are completely free to play, they're going to give you 1 common hero. Now within that hero, you'll be able to group up, you'll be able to run through instances, things of that nature, but you can collect and save I believe it's gems that you can get out of the dailies and the weeklies to go ahead and purchase things, and you can also trade them. Essentially, they said you can go as a completely 100% free to play player over time, from having a common hero all the way to having a legendary hero, through combining multiple of the same hero as you get them through time. Again, not sure how much time, but you can get to legendary heroes being completely free to play. Now the Chroma version is just cosmetic. If you're anything like me, I'm more worried about the functionality. Just like cryptocurrencies, I like the functionality of it. I'm not really too worried about the cosmetics. I don't buy skins for heroes. When it comes to cosmetics, I could care less, really, to a point of what they look like, especially if it's going to be more money. But you can see, guys, how cool these guys absolutely look, guys. So here are 4 different examples, and here's the base, the warrior, the elite, and then the mythic. The price variation on these are huge because of this, guys. And again, if you're buying a warrior, if you're buying an elite, it is going to be the exact same hero, except it is just going to have a different skin, which, again, a lot of people are into. I know a ton of people, the cosmetic is really what makes the game. For me, it is the functionality. I would rather have the base hero, a legendary base hero, than having a common elite hero or a warrior. Ultimately, just making sure that I get the most bang for my buck based on the hero that I'm getting out of there. Now, there are 6 elements, and these, I believe, are also going to be the cubelets that you can get within the game. So we do have fire, water, earth, light, dark, and ether, or aether, depending on how you pronounce it. So then we get into the heroes, guys, and this is the piece that we were kind of missing before. We knew the heroes, we've seen the heroes, they've been releasing them on a regular basis, 70 plus already, but what did they do? Each hero has a unique ultimate ability that corresponds with the role. So depending on the type of hero you have, you're going to have an ultimate ability that essentially coincides with them. You can see control, pulling enemies together. Damage is going to be damage in a wide cone, blinding the enemies. Bruiser, rapidly fury of blows. Taunt, of course, for the tank is going to bring all enemies to him. The healer is going to throw a flash that creates a pool, and then support is going to armor reducing buffs to all enemies in front of the hero. Apply life stealing to allies, so you're going to have a life leech ability in there. And then they are also going to have passive abilities. So you have an ultimate when you get to a certain point, and you're going to have a passive ability that provides bonus to stats and abilities. Last attack when slowed, dealing more damage, things of that nature. So you can see we don't have the skill breakdown of what all of these skills exactly do, but you can see here's the ultimate ability. It looks like firing multiple directions. And then the passive might be the piercing ability to do more damage to enemies. You can see here, they look very cool with the abilities. And this is what you're going to see in actual gameplay, which is cool. It's honestly what drew me to this game. A lot of the games like this, it's not the overemphasis in making everything perfect, which is kind of what I feel Illuvium is going for. Illuvium is going to have a super clean cut, flawless AAA game, but every game doesn't have to be like that. And that's where this one comes in a little bit different. So you can see we have the hero stats because this is an RPG. We have equipment, artifacts, synergy, and also the effects of squad mates. You can see there are a ton of different attributes to here, as well as a significant amount of equipment that you can get out of here. You can get them from the dungeons, which essentially you can drop gear in the dungeon, or you can save up the cubelets, or the marketplace. Now the marketplace, of course, we talked about before, is going to be available for the guilds. So you donate your gems, you donate your cubelets, you can produce items out of there which can be sold in the marketplace. When they're sold in the marketplace, you get a return. So you'll actually get money back from that, which is very cool. Equipment comes with a power rating, has the same rarity as the heroes. So rarity is going to be the same for the heroes. We have the common, we have the epic, so on and so forth with the gear. Alpha equipment does not change the outward appearance of the hero. And then this is the equipment stats. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how and what is going to be super beneficial to build out depending on the heroes that you have. So strictly if you want to tank, health regen, but that often is not the case that we see. Sometimes it's health regen and armor that work a lot better, or stacking armor block chance, or it could even be a combination of armor and lifesteal that can really be valuable depending on the stats that you have and the equipment that you have. Again, this is where it really gets into the dynamics and the actual core of the game and how this is going to work. Because I've seen heroes that are legendary heroes in some games that you literally just, okay, stack crit chance and stack crit power, and they'll do so much damage they just burn through everything before anyone else can buy or can they can kill anybody. It's going to be interesting, again, exactly how this is going to look and how you're going to kind of offset the stats and see what is going to be the most valuable within there. Here is a couple of pictures of the gear. Again, they're not ultra polished clean that you see of a AAA RPG, but it is exactly what a lot of players want in the game, and I do as well. I think the heroes in here are absolutely phenomenal looking. We've looked at Varnick before. You can see fire, healer, there's his fatigue, so how many has he used, the level he is on, the power he possesses, the equipment he has, which again is very cool to see. You can check out the hero details, the 4 heroes we have within our squad, and our total squad power, which is cool to see. Now, one of the things that I hadn't seen before, and it is, I believe, right over on this right side, you can see this little ring on the side, and I'm assuming that is going to be the next section we're covering, which is artifacts. So artifacts are some of the most powerful items in the game. We've seen this with most games. When it comes to artifacts, they're usually unique to a hero and they provide additional benefits. This is if you equip an artifact, you have a special passive ability. So now we have an ultimate and a passive. If you have an artifact equipped, you are going to have a special passive ability. So I believe that is going to give you an ultimate, 2 passives, which is going to be cool. Special ability needs to be triggered to be activated. Some artifacts only proc on critical hits. So there is going to be a background to all of these artifacts and exactly how they're going to work. They can be crafted with artifacts, can be crafted with artifact shards. Don't know if those are going to come from raids or not. And if you're looking at the guild bosses, you're going to have to be in a guild to get those. Artifact shards are special currency, meaning artifacts has its own separate shards. That makes me think that you're going to have a specific set of shards to go ahead and build it. To craft Johannes Ring of AMA, you will need 50 ring artifact shards. For the Nyx Spear of Wave 3, cannot be used to craft the ring. So you're going to have to collect all of these shards. Now, we don't know if the shards are going to be tradable, which is going to be cool. One thing that I love, you can see it right here, artifacts can be upgraded to make them more powerful. Each time you upgrade an artifact, the cost is increased exponentially. So this isn't something that you're going to be leveling up super quick. And I love the fact, if they keep it how I've seen in traditional RPG games, how the artifact can only be acquired by a specific hero. Artifact fragments cannot be shared. Again, going back to the World of Warcraft days when you were building, some of the most powerful items in the game, you could not share them. They were actually bound to the hero, meaning that someone in this game could not just come in, drop 5 grand, pick up all of the artifact shards out of the market, and just go ahead and build them. To get the most powerful artifacts in the game, you do have to put in the time and effort to get them, which I'm really hoping is going to be the factor or the case with this game as well, to be able to get some of these artifacts. I love it. I think it is such a cool addition to have artifacts in here. You can see the common, there's the epic, the elite, and then the legendary gear going through there. And then again, I believe this little side piece is going to be the artifact. Cannot wait to see this game when it is completely done, guys. A couple more screenshots down here. It kind of tells you how it works. So put your finger on the screen. So this is going to be how you're going to move. There's going to be basics, kind of getting used to it, moving around the players, ultimate abilities. This is kind of the tutorial of what the game is going to look like. Then you arrive to get your first hero in the barracks. There you go, guys. So here are the couple different heroes. You finally learn about the traits, optimize your squad, and go out for battle, guys. And this is what it looks like. Again, it is kind of the block gaming that we've known to love, but you can see there are a couple different things here going on with these heroes, and I believe this is pretty much the ultimate ability. I believe one is going to be the passive ability. You can actually see it filling up on some of these heroes, and then once I believe this is maxed out, the ultimate ability will be able to be used. And right now they are Cyrus. You can see how this hero is kind of popped out a little bit because that is the playable character they are running. Again, with this is you have 4 heroes here. Of the 4, you only run 1. The rest of these 3 will run by AI, so they will actually run by yourself because you can only control 1 of the heroes at a time. And then again, here is another kind of look at it, which again looks very cool. They did overhaul a few screens. You can see World Crypt level 1 cleared, victory. We got this amount of cubelets, you got an equipment, and you got a currency out of there. Also, it looks like our heroes hit level 2 for finishing this out, giving them a little bit more power, which again is very cool to see. I cannot wait to see how this game looks and when this game is polished and finished, and I cannot wait to play it. Here you can see the hero itself, a couple different gear sets, everyone who is inside the squad. So you can actually pick out different heroes that you're going to use depending on the dungeon that you're challenging. There might be benefits to pick and choose what heroes you're going to pick. You can see the common heroes right here. We have the rare, and then we have the epic, and then of course the legendary heroes as well. When you go into the screen, your heroes will be in there. And then looking at the team right here, again, it looks awesome, guys. I absolutely love how the squad looks. get everyone in the squad, get them all geared up, get them ready, start the dungeon, and then just kick it off from there. This is a game that again, I'm really interested in. It goes through a little bit further here, kind of looking at some of the enemies you're going to see. Dragonkin Sorcerer right there, a Dragonkin Brute, a bunch of different levels depending where you're at and how strong these taverns or how strong the dungeons are. You can even see some of the bosses and some of them, which is very cool, guys. So that will do it for the update. Again, I will put a link to the update in the bottom so you guys can check out the Guild of Guardians Diary, the edition 4. Just wanted to give you a quick recap on it. I know it's a little bit more than the read, but a lot of people don't like going through and reading all this when we can just kind of recap it in the videos. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Getting ready for Guild of Guardians as well. And as always, thank you guys for watching.